Hi, my name is Qinghua Li. For your convenience, you can call me Li. Today we continue learning from Miss Bob Proctor about paradigm shift. This is the one called a paradigm shift, in-depth explanation. Actually, December 1st, I make one. Remember, we have to be repeating to learn, repetition. That's why I can get into your subconscious mind. So I'm going to learn with you today. Pay attention. A lot of words of information maybe you never heard and can wake you up. This is Miss Bob Proctor. I want you to really stop and take a look at your life. We have actually been conditioned to lie to ourselves, to not really take an honest look at the result we are getting. And when you look at them, ask yourself, am I living the way I really want to live? You see, most people aren't. I ask a person that come to me, how much they make a year. I really don't care what the answer, but I want to know what the answer is. Because depending the money they told me, I know where their mind is programmed. And then I want to find out what they want. That way I know what to shift. Ask them the way they want to live. They got to change the program. So this is a story about me, and it's about you, and it's a story about what we keep of doing, what we are really capable of doing. I've become absolutely fascinated with this information. I didn't always have this information. I have some wonderful friends and live the interesting life. I know that I'm going to be doing what I love all the time, and I'm going to be extremely very paid off. The book is Think and Grow Rich. And there was a huge shift in the direction of my life. You see, today can be a turning point in your life by making a simple decision. You are going to stay right where you are. We have to make a decision. We have to change the direction that we are going. Then we want to make sure we are going in the right direction. If you're going to make a change, that's a discipline. Without discipline, nothing happens. Now I found that discipline is an ability to give ourselves a command and then follow it. See here now, before I just read, right now I kind of understand, because after Miss Bob Proctor woke me up, I find out my way of learning is like in the relaxed mood at my speed. So I refuse to join any program. I just focus on learning from Miss Bob Proctor. So I give myself this plan basically. Like every day I learn, at least read something. I can show you guys here. In my folder, and you can see jumping around, but now I only open this one. And whatever he mentioned, some books, I just kind of download at my speed I'm reading. And also when I'm reading, I tell myself, before, remember we keep gather information you don't really understand. Now, if I don't really understand, I just go further because I know someday I'm going to understand. So don't force yourself. And also that's a way I kind of feel like that's like a paradigm shift too, right? Because before you just thinking like you read, try to finish a book. But now I don't want to force myself to finish. Whatever I can finish, I just finish that part. And at the same time, I tell myself whatever I learned, I share with you guys. Anyway, let's continue. He said, then don't look at somebody else and say, what are you going to do? What they're going to do has absolutely nothing to do with where you are going. It's what are you going to do? That's what really makes a difference. Read this, repeat. Think about that. Don't ask somebody else. Remember, we like tend to follow everybody else. You have to ask yourself because it is your result, right? So you have to change. Anyway, and he talking about earning money is not difficult. It's just hard for any, one knows how to do it. And then he talking about we can go right through our school system, but no one teach you how to earn money. See, now that's the way I'm learning to remember. We always make money. No, actually, we said we earn money. So basically, we have to like offer the service, and then we earn money. That's also when I join, all those online business. From this way, maybe some people think I'm crazy, but anyway, I just feel like maybe I haven't helped enough people yet. That why I haven't earned that much money. And also the way I feel like when I do the partner with Anthony and the 1 pound away challenge with Russell Brunson, they all good program. Basically, I haven't followed them exactly what they teach. Remember, Miss Bob Proctor said, you have to find the right program or mentor, but you have to do exactly what they teach you. See, the first part that I found the right mentor, but I haven't do it exactly. So what I try to share this with you, basically, at this moment, maybe you're still learning something, but we tend to blame others. If you really seriously see the result, you will find either it's the right program, wrong program or wrong mentor you follow, or you haven't followed exactly what they told you. So that will not like blame yourself. You just try to see yourself because always we have two of us. One is a true self, the other one is a false self. And then we kind of, if you pay attention, you realize most of the time you are very sweet. You love helping people. You have the sweet part. You want to get him better. Everything you do, you want getting better. That's true part of yourself. But then the other part always fighting with you. That's a false one. So think about the false, meaning it's not true. So, but you have to fight with that. That's part of paradigm too, because we program that way. Like whatever you believe you have, some of them come from generation by generations. Maybe back then it makes sense, but now we change. So it doesn't make sense anymore. If it doesn't serve you, you have to change. So, like I told you guys, I don't have religions, but for some reason, I just believe no matter what you do, you have to have good heart. And now think about everything, we have some kind of foundation. I believe everything you want to be successful, that's the foundation. You have to have a good heart. But you have this two you, true and false. The true one always have good heart. Anyways, I hope you get this information right. So basically, thinking about Miss Bob Proctor, talking about this paradigm shifting, he reading this Think and Grow Rich thing since 1961. He still study every day. And think about us. If we follow the program, how long we spend the time there, right? So you should know, but I also tell you, whatever when you do, now I kind of feel, because basically kind of leading you to this path, whatever happened, at some point, you will find something registered. No, maybe the pronunciation is wrong. So I try to make clear. Basically, I told you, English is not my first language, but don't try to picking on what's wrong, right? But you can do that. But at the same time, if you really want to learn, you should getting all those essence from what we learn and what we share, right? Anyway, basically, if we find something resonate with your heart, that you get hooked, like me, I told you guys, in late July this year, I Miss Bob Proctor and with Oprah Winfrey's wisdom thing, hook on me. They leading me this way. So like whatever you find you love, just start focus. Remember, if you on the online business, we call those shiny object syndrome. It's okay because when we learn, that's part of our path, because we don't know, we see everything's fine, so we just jumping around. It's also treat it's another reason when you don't know, you try everything, but then you have to find you can find something really resonate with you, and then start focus. Because we come on this planet, we all have a purpose, just you have to discover it. And also, no matter what you do, don't compare with others. Nothing's big or small. Everything just is. We make it big or small. As long as you love it, when you do it, you love it, you will feel happy. That's big for you. It's good. You don't need to compare. So, like I see that's Miss Bob Proctor said, he realized he's from losing become to winning. So he tried to figure out what happened, but nobody can really, tell him. So he started spend time. It took him 9.5 years to find this. And then since then, he just said, I'm going to teach this. He wanted everybody have the same thing like he has. Think about that. If you find true you want everybody know. You don't hide anything. But then also in the other way, you think about that. He being sharing. He has all the program. If how many percent can really get it? I heard maybe about 3% people can really, because and also think about it makes sense, because a lot of time when we're learning, we get excited in that environment, right? Yeah, I can do that. But when you say you can do it, you think you make decision, but you didn't follow through. That's why we just can't be successful. And also, when you start changing your paradigm, think about this. Some of them you inherit from your parents, maybe the back to generations. So those things you have changed. When you change, you don't feel comfortable. That's why you say, oh, forget about that, I don't change anymore. That's another part. You don't really shift your paradigm. But then remember, he talking about our life, or basically is like it is like a happiness, health, wealth. That's your result. So basically all our life about happiness, health, and wealth, right? And then this result, think about its result. Remember when he said this result, you check your result. Think about result is yours. So you have to change to get this result. Change. But then remember, we have our mind. And also he mentioned result always tell truth. But most time, like when we see the result, for example, if I get C, I will say, oh, I'm not smart. That's how we trained. We use the result to decide it, like I'm not smart. But basically, if you aimed like when before your exam, you say, I'm going to get A, and then you work in that way, you will get an A. Because our mind, when your mind is thinking, remember he talking about everybody agree with we become what we think about. If you set your goal inside your mind already, I'm going to study, I'm going to get A, you will get A. It's you. You let paradigm control you, but you change your mindset, thinking different way. Then you get a different result. See, let's hear. Of course, he continued talking about, he reading the Think and Grow Rich book. And he said he spent, because we basically Napoleon Hill spent his whole life putting this together. That's why, when the Miss Bob Proctor's, I don't know how they call him, basically the first person gave him the book when he was 26. So he was woken up by this person, and then since then he started really like a changing. And then he realized he wanted to figure out what's going on, why he changed. And then he think if he could change, because he keep talking, he has 2 months high school and no business experience, but he make meetings and meetings. So he tried to figure out what's going on. That's why he working with Earl Nightingale for 5 years, and he learned a lot too. I think, and also that's like when I'm reading those, I'm thinking how lucky they are. Think about it, when he learned, he has to traveling, quit his job, come to United States to learn, make less money than he had before, try to learn. But nowadays we have internet. We just use our Google or something. You just find the information, you can start to learn. So that's why you have to make a decision, change your mindset. Focus on if you know where you are going. Be very honest with yourself where you are now. And then start moving that position, that direction. Because most of the time, people don't move because they cannot see the future. They only, make some goals like they can see. But that's only like, he talking about like 3 type of goal. That's 8 type of goal because you know what you can do and you just make that. But now as a human being, we have gifted with high faculty. You have ability to make your own environment, make your own economy. Why don't you start to using your high faculty to live the life you want to live? So don't at someday, like when you're getting very, very old and then you start to worry, oh, why I didn't do that? You start regret. You would rather try now. It's okay you fail, at least you know you tried. And then also from maybe, because my point maybe still not that high yet, but I can feel if we really find the true us, the nature give us always happiness, enough good stuff. So if you find true you will be happy. You will live the life you want. I remember when I reading those books, like some people, they suggest you have to go to somewhere to meditation, those kind of thing, right? You want to getting spiritual. Like for me, I just feel like you learn with open mind, but each of us is different. We all unique. You have to find your way, whatever make yourself comfortable. Like I don't do any meditation. I should, but I feel, it's not like an excuse, but basically like my apartment very small. I don't have a particular my own room. Remember I told you guys before I just use the Margaret room, but Margaret home now, so I basically stay in the living room. And then my husband and my daughter, they don't know what's going on. I don't want to be, they think I'm crazy, right? So I just reading, study. So I feel that's my part of meditation. I study. So don't let other people like really kind of, you have to go to, Himalaya to go, or some people, they would say you have to become to the monk or whatever to become to spiritual. That's not true. You find your way, but it's very important that you have to find your way because nobody else know you better than you. So when you learn, I know because now I follow Miss Bob Proctor, he's like a master thinker. I believe because he has result. But for me, my path is not exactly like his. Like he mentioned, him and his business partner Sandy Gallagher, they from totally opposite direction come together, do the same thing. So that's why I said everybody different. That's why one day I was joking, I'm come from the third direction. So no matter, like I said, if you really believe, but you have to believe. That's like I was joking, that's another thing I can use myself as example, because most people thinking they have to have a religions. I don't have one, but like I told you, I believe I have good heart. That's important. So I stay this way because Miss Bob Proctor mentioned, if you want to be free, you have to be you. Basically, he said, I want to be free, I'll be me. So I have to know who me is. If now I know me, I wouldn't change. Whatever goes on, of course we cannot change our life back then, but from now on, I don't want to change either. This is the way I am, right? So I should be, as long I'm happy, I love to share what I learn with the others, try to wake you guys up, because basically we all have same opportunity. I'm not better than you, you're not better than me. We all the same, as long you pay attention. Remember Miss Bob Proctor mentioned, the only limitation we have is weakness of awareness. We don't pay attention. Then the poverty of imagination. So build a beautiful picture in your mind and then live that way. And the good thing will come. Don't let whatever your generation before think control you. You're not smart. You're not good. You should go to school. That's not all the thing. Remember, he mentioned on the conscious mind, that's all the book, all the intellect there. But what really controls us for our results is subconscious mind. And the Greek, I believe they talking about subconscious heart. So see, that makes sense too, right? You have a good heart. You change what you're thinking. All your mindset, you can alternate, rewriting your program. Remember I was mentioned? I'm sorry. Think about it. We don't need to learn how to write code, but we can change our program. Make it fun, right? So when your fourth self fight with you, try to tell the truth against with that. After you always now, because you consciously know your truth one, always good ones. So you will pay attention. You will don't let your fourth self win. That's a part of paradigm shifting too, right? Remember, Miss Bob Proctor mentioned, whatever when the power flows to and through us, when it comes in, it just is. It's not negative or positive. It's us to use this mind to think. We don't know, we start getting worry and doubt. From worry and doubt to come to the fear. From fear and go to the body, be the anxiety. Don't let that happen. Think about whatever happened outside. If it help my future, I take it. If not, reject it. When you reject, it's gone. I mean, it's not gone, but in your mind, gone. You will think about you when you understanding. You see whatever going on. I understand this by the universe law. I cannot against the law. I can just flow with that. So when you understanding, you become to have a faith. When you have faith, lead to your well-being. So you will be happy. You can, even the other people cannot see, but you can see your future. You know where are you going. And it's just moving that part. Whatever outside information come in, if it doesn't help for your future, reject that. Remember, your conscious mind can accept and reject. Use reject. And then only build beautiful picture to press down to your subconscious mind, to your heart. When you hold that, your whole vibration change. When your vibration change, you attract the beautiful thing to you. That's a part of the law of attraction. When Miss Bob Protector mentioned about it, when Secret came on, a lot of people start talking about the law of attraction. But he said that a lot of people, they don't know. They just talk. That's another thing. Whatever comes popular, everybody just follow. Even for me, when I, like I told you guys, now I know my thing. So on the Instagram, I do Dashuai's art, Margaret art, and one day for the inspiration, because I tell myself I have to, show the other people things that Miss Bob Proctor wake me up. I need to wake up the others, right? So I show those way. People approaching me want me buy the follower. I don't want to do that. I feel like you don't need to follow me. As long as whatever I shared, you hear, your life change, I'm happy. And also, some people, they don't even read. They think, oh, you do the wonderful job, you do the good art. None of the art is mine, either Dashuai or Margaret. But then now, before I've been like a laugh, now I feel like, you know what, I understand. There's a majority people, they don't know, they just try. That's why we were joking, like when we're talking, we think about the same thing. But no, some people, they just join in, they don't even know what they're talking about. That's why when they're talking about the law of attraction, and Miss Barbara mentioned, that's the second law. Primary is the law of vibration. So you have to have a good vibrate to attract the good thing. Anyways, I hope whatever shared with you, remember that maybe now you can feel I'm changing. Because before I just read whatever Miss Bob Proctor said, right? Now I'm kind of just adding on what I learned on this way. So that way I can help you, and then we can do the beautiful life, build the beautiful picture. Know where you're going, know where you are, and just move towards that direction. Talk to you guys soon.